Hi guys, and welcome back to World of Tanks, and it's another subscriber series, episode 7, and this is lihatem, or lihatem, in the American Tier 5 TD, the T67, or should I say one of the American Tier 5 TDs. This is the turreted version. There is obviously a non-turreted TD line to go down as well, however, even the non-turreted TD line does have a couple of turreted TDs in there, so the alternative to this at Tier 5 is of course the Wolverine. This one leads into the Hellcat and the Wolverine leads into the Jackson, and from then on they pretty much are turreted or turretless tank lines. It's just the sort of earlier part of it. Now, it's a Tier 5 match, so he is top tier, but that doesn't make what he does any less impressive, and it's on Al Haluf, the war variant, I believe it is. In fact, yeah, pretty much. I don't know, or is it? No, I don't think it is. No. Anyway, yeah, so he's come down to the, well, a place where I don't tend to go to very often. I have come here in a couple of tanks, but I've not had particularly good luck in them any time that I do, and it's generally, I can't think what I was in. I was in something the other day, and it was a Tier 10 match, I think it was, and I was in a very, very lightly armoured Tier 8, so I was a bit, didn't quite know where to go. So I thought I'd come down this end and try a bit, well, try my luck down here. And now he's made short work of two tanks across on the other side of the valley that have been spotted by the light tank that's gone down into the valley to do a bit of spotting. And now he's just waiting to see what's going to pop up. Now, the Blitzen is working his way up there. Seems that, I don't know, the Blitzen isn't something that I'd normally try and scout in. However, even though, you know, it's a light tank, I suppose, but in a Tier 5 match, there's not a great deal you can do. You're going to have to fire premium ammo in a Blitzen, and yeah, you're going to have to get close around the flank, so spotting is probably one of the ways you're actually going to get a decent bit of XP out of it in a Tier 5 match. Now, I quite liked the T67 when I first went through it. It is one that I'm going to be getting again. It's got quite a punchy little gun on it, actually. Decent rate of fire. It is fast, but it is not particularly well armoured, and you know, I have seen people kind of use these as light tanks, especially in the bottom tier as well. The only downside to it is really trying to do that is the fact that it's got a very slow turret traverse. But I mean, it's a bit like with the Hellcat, isn't it? That's, you know, very fast, very weakly armoured, although it has got a bit of a trolley gun mantle on it at times. The Hellcat. Now, trying to hit the T-34. There we go. He bounced his first couple of shots. You know, it's a fair old distance. T-34's got some good angled armour on the front, but he did manage to get a hit in. Didn't get a kill on him though. But now, unfortunately, the enemy team have actually won the northwestern corner, the sort of AB12 area, which is quite important on this map. And it looks like when last we saw them, the enemy team was starting to encroach on lihatem's cap. There we go. There's the TD just popped up, and he's already on his way back to try and defend it as best he can. He's not taken any hits so far, but then again, you know, he has been fulfilling that traditional TD role. I'm not going to say camping, because that's not what he's been doing. You know, he went to a spot, got the damage done that he could, and he's seen a threat, and he's now moved himself to try and deal with that threat. So he takes down the T-34, puts a shot at the Hetzer, but he's been seen, so he's pulled back. And you'll notice as well that he does have 3 marks of excellence on his T-67, so I'm guessing he really likes this tank. And like I said before, I don't blame him. It is a cracking little TD, and it's one that's definitely on my buyback list that I've been building up slowly. So when I finally got to the sort of Tier 10s, I've got too many tanks in my garage as it is at the minute, but when I've finally sort of done all the grinding I'm going to do, I've got a list of tanks that I'm definitely buying back. T-67 is one of them, Hellcat's another one, VK360H, that sort of thing. Anyway, back to the game at hand. The enemy team are now capping, but there's a T1 Heavy, very low health, and that was a nice little snapshot to take him out. But there's a Panzer 1C who's just... What has he rushed? Couldn't quite see it on the map. Oh no, he's rushed to join the medium tank that's down there as well, which is another... Oh, it's a Type T-34, that's the Chinese version of it, which has... It's pretty much the same, but it's got less gun depression than the French... No, German... No, Russian, there we go. Less gun depression than the Russian counterpart, and there's another difference as well, and I can't think what that one is. Might be the gun, possibly. But anyway, there is another difference, but yeah, it has less gun depression than the T-34, which doesn't have the best gun depression in the first place, so... There he is. Ooh, that was a nasty hit. And that Type T-34 is still on quite full health. So what's he going to do now? It looks like he's just waiting until he dropped off radar, and now he's going to try and work his way round on the Type T-34, which has tried to work his way round on him. However, he's not there, and the T-34, well, the Type T-34 is about to get a nasty surprise. And that's the T-67 for you. It is nippy. It's got a great rate of fire, and he's just made a mess of that Type T-34. Now, I don't know if anybody's been keeping count on the kill ribbons up there, but if I can just draw your attention to it, that's a Radley's that he's just got. In fact, he'll have got a Top Gun, possibly a... I don't know if he'll have got a Devastator, maybe, should have. Although there is a couple of stipulations to some of these medals where the tanks that you kill have got to be a certain level, etc. So I think we'll just wait and see. But 8 kills, 8 or 9 is a Radley's, I think it is. What's above that? Is it pools? Might be 10 to 13, something like that. And then I can't remember. There's one for I think 14 or more kills, which is just ridiculous. You'd have to have your whole team just die out more or less, and then, you know, you just survive everything that came at you. I can imagine it being very, very hard to get the sort of 14 kill one, because obviously, you know, your teammates are going to be trying to kill stuff as well, so... But anyway, again, I've digressed. Back to the match at hand. Now, the cap, well, it was safe. There is just one medium tank left on the enemy team. The light tank's got into a position where hopefully he'll be able to spot anything coming across the valley. And lihatem has got his binoculars up and his camouflage net, which will make him harder to see. But there's nobody there. So where is that last remaining medium? And he's going to have to be careful, lihatem, because he's only on 84 health, and it's a T-34 that's left, and I would say that thing, I'm trying to think what guns it goes through, I don't think there's any gun that it's got that couldn't one-shot him on 84 health, so he is going to have to be careful. However, he does have the advantage of view range, because this has got, you know, it's got a fairly decent view range, although I think they did get slightly nerfed a lot of the TDV rangers. But anyway, open top vehicles generally, but not always, have a slightly larger view range than one with a closed turret. But Russians are not exactly known for their great view ranges. They had quite poor optics and things early on. In fact, I've just been reading about them. The problem, I think, initially was the T-34 was the 2-man turret, and the commander had to act as the gunner, which obviously limited his view range because he couldn't, you know, pop out the turret, etc., and had to sort of concentrate a bit more on gunning rather than doing that. So yeah, I've been reading up on things recently, and there were other ones. I don't know if it was some of the early German ones. The commander was actually situated in the hull, which did not help for view range because you are lower down. But yeah, so the gist of that is Russian tanks, especially the early ones, have a shit view range. So he should be able to outspot him. But he's still not turned up. I've got a feeling, or I would have had a feeling if I didn't already know. But I know where this guy is. You know, I've seen this, spoiler alert. But my instinct in this situation, if he's not already appeared around here, lihatem, I mean, he's been sat there patiently waiting, seeing if the guys are coming round. the light tank's down in the valley, which should keep that covered, and he's not up there. So my instinct would be that he was more than likely somewhere near his cap, waiting for the lihatem and the light tank to come to him. That's what I probably would have thought. I don't know if that's what I think I possibly would have done that in the same situation actually as well, in that tank. Because of the poor view range, if you go trundling along, you're probably going to get out-spotted and killed before you even see what shoots at you. Whereas this way, if he's sat still, he's got that kind of advantage that these guys will be moving when they come in, so their concealment won't be quite as good. Now, I didn't even realise you could get up that bit there. It looked like you're only going to be able to do it in something light and fast. But that is quite a sneaky little place to get up there. You just kind of forget. I mean, obviously all the, physics were updated and everything. I had a brain fart then. Yeah, obviously physics and everything were updated. Oh, is it the war one? Oh, it looks like it is actually. My mistake. But anyway, physics are updated, so you can get up to a lot of places that you couldn't do before. And I do quite often forget to try and get to new places. You know, see something and think, oh, I wonder what it'd be like to get up there. I wonder if that'd be an advantage. And I kind of forget since the new physics have come in, and just trying to get up there and not quite quick enough. But I could see what he was doing, trying to get up there, trying to get a bit more height and see what he can see. The light tanks found him though, and he's hiding. He was trying to sort of, I don't know if he was trying to cover cap, but he was hiding in a position where he's, well, it's not bad actually. He's in one of those small gullies just on the edge of the valley there. So, I mean, you know, the light tank had to get very close before he got spotted, and he pops round and just goes for a sort of snapshot at him, but where he's hidden didn't quite get him, but the aimed shot did, and that picked him up his 9th kill for the game. So, very well done. Now came out of that with 2,819 XP, high caliber, an ace tanker, still got his 3 marks, a Radley-Walters, no devastator though because they have to be a certain level, but he did also get is that a patrol duty? And a top gun as well, and just over 2,000 damage done. Yeah, I think that one is a patrol, yeah, because Scout's the other one. But anyway, very well done, very nice Radley-Walters there. Now, here's the second one sent in as well. This is ItsShamee. I'm just going to call him Shamee for now. Sorry, I'm skipping the it. I will put links if these guys, well, ItsShamee does have a YouTube channel. So yeah, anytime anybody sends any videos in for me like this with the replays, if you've got a YouTube channel, feel free to either pop a link in the email, or if not, I'll have a look, see if you've got one, and I will stick a link to your channel in the description as well. But he's in the ISU 152 with the mighty troll cannon, it looks like. A tank I've not been through yet. Is that the troll cannon? It looks a bit short, possibly, from here. Although, I could be mistaken. We'll soon see when it hits something and it gets vaporised or not. But the ISU 150 is not something I've looked at. I mean, obviously I know about it. I know it's got the troll cannon. It's got ridiculous amounts of penetration and damage for its tier, but it does have a very slow rate of fire. And I am on the SU 152 at the minute, but I've not got up to the ISU 152. In fact, the closest I've come to even having to go in anything like this is obviously the ISU 122S, same body shape and everything, different gun. And the ISU 130 again, same body shape and everything else, just different gun, but I've not tried the troll cannon. The T30's fully upgraded gun though is very similar in penetration, damage and rate of fire, however it is a tier higher. Now he's come to the, well, he's come to the end of the bridge there, and he's just waiting to see if anything comes across. There's a KV3 going across the bridge. He's made it across. That was surprising. You don't always make it across there straight away, and the fact that there doesn't seem to be anybody at the other end of the bridge is a little bit unusual. Now, he would be able to get a shot if this Tiger 1 would just pull back and let somebody else have a go. And yeah, he's got the troll cannon on as that enemy tank. In fact, I didn't even pay attention. It was a KV, was it? KV4? Yeah, well, no longer. Now he's just smouldering pieces scattered across the mountainside. Now the Tiger's back, getting in the way again. Now, I know obviously the Tiger wants to come out and take a shot, but sometimes when people come out and take a shot and then wait there to reload without pulling back and just blocking your shot, it can get quite frustrating. But then again, you know, he wants to get his damage just as well, and that poor little tank, again, another vaporization. Now a KV3 has attracted the troll cannon's attention. Not vaporized, but about that KV3 is going to be sore in the morning. And he's just waiting for that reload. See what I mean? Very lengthy reload. But it is worth it. And, you know, I mean, he's trying to dodge back and forwards to try and stop the KV getting a shot on him. And I don't know what it was, just impatience, I think it is. Sometimes it's just complete and utter impatience by people that they can kind of see what you're doing or what you're trying to do. And instead of just giving you a second to do it, try and push past. The amount of times I've been side-scraping on corners and people have just come in and, like, you pull back and they come and pull in front of you so you can't pull back in again, that sort of stuff. Oh, yeah. Wow. That was a very hard hit on the awl. In fact, that was so hard that when that guy unlocks the M4, it's going to start the first match with half health. Now he's managed to duck round out of the way. The enemy team had come round behind them on the bridge. And now there is somebody in cap as well. And I was, like I say, very surprised that there was no enemy presence on the bridge, because it gave Shamee a very good location to support that corner over in, what we in, C7. And it allowed the KV3 to push across the bridge, and there's the little capper. Oh, and he got his turret popped. Beautiful. I think the T-34-88 did give him a bit of a nudge before that, but then the troll cannon just popped his turret straight off with a nice ammo rack. Yeah, they really have pushed around on this side, haven't they? Oh, there's another medium coming up behind him. Can he get up the hill and out the way before he takes a hit? He can, and boom. Well, that guy, yeah, really didn't come off particularly well in that engagement, did he? First of all, the troll cannon took off nearly all his health, and then he still continued for the ram, and that finished him off. Unfortunately, the Cromwell did manage to get behind him, but as he reversed back into the Cromwell's path, the Cromwell just committed suicide on the side of an IC-152. That was kind of like, I bet that Cromwell feels a bit like a fly does when it hits your windscreen at 70 on the motorway, or the highway for our American cousins. Now he's managed to earn himself a Top Gun and a Devastator, so far it should be. I think everything was high enough tier, and a T-34-100. Did get a hit on him, but at this point in the game he's pretty confident in the fact that he's not going to need a great deal of health left. And now there is only, well, that was his 8th kill. There's only a TD left, and that TD is surrounded by friendly heavies at the other end of the map, so I don't think Shamee is going to get up there to actually get any more damage done, but hey ho, strange things have happened. So we will have to wait and see. Of course, you can see the view range marker there on the IC-152. Very Russian, very short view range, but a very well played game and a well deserved Radley-Walters, and you did give me a couple of giggles in that, so thank you very much. But he came out with a high caliber, an ace tanker, unsurprisingly. Its mark of excellence building up. Radley-Walters Devastator Top Gun, 5,858 damage done, and he doesn't even run a premium account. And he came top of the table. So again, thank you for sending me that one in. I do appreciate it. And yeah, there you go. Very well played. So I hope you've all enjoyed that episode. I shall be back later on with another video. Fingers crossed it will be the Huntsman video for you. And I do apologise if the sound's a bit off on my voice on this. It's the first video edited on my new setup, and I'm not sure if I got it quite done right. But anyway, I'll be back later with another video. So until then, take care of that, and I'll catch you next time. See you later.